it was clear almost immediately that no one was prepared for something like that to happen.
No, this was not handled well.
When we don't have water, it creates a serious, serious situation.
Of course, we found out later, as time went on, in the coming days and weeks, what regulations did or didn't exist, what types of enforcement of the existing regulations were even being enforced. So I think that it became pretty clear pretty quickly that no one in Kanawha County or virtually anywhere in West Virginia was ready for something like that to happen.
And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact we were in uncharted territory. Some of it, I think, of our own making, some of it not. This was a chemical that we knew about and had been a part of the coal industry and the cleaning process for a number of years, but had not been studied very extensively.
And not one that's just, oh, environmentalists care about it. Everybody cares about it. Citizens care about it. Businesses care about it. It's wildly important to us, and we see it when we realize it when it's gone or when it's not available to us.
Well, in Charleston, I got a sense of uneasiness, to begin with, because most people understood that it was going to be a while before this really had any sort of conclusion. To find water, we were fortunate that we have relatives in the area that are on wells, so we could go and shower anytime that we wanted or fill up our jugs anytime that we wanted. We're also, probably a little bit better prepared than the average Joe for an incident like this. But seeing the infrastructure come into place basically for emergency water rationing was interesting, not only because no one was prepared for it, but also trying to fathom what it was like to be completely cut off, to not have an appropriate supply of drinking water, or to only have to be able to shower in a public space every couple of days if you're lucky.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing that I think needs to be pointed out is, like, journalists aren't scientists necessarily. We take what they say and try to distill it down, which is oftentimes really, really difficult work. It was difficult work during the chemical spill in Charleston. It's a challenge with this project with the riffles and the sensors, the Streamlab project. But I think that basic data can be something that we can discuss. Well, we can look at this data and say, there's something here that we want to look into more. The specifics of it will lead us to something else, or lead us to ask other questions of scientists, or try to take our own data collection farther. So yeah, I think that it's extremely valuable despite the seemingly elementary nature of what we're looking at.
So we didn't have a lot of information from the scientific community to start with to know, what are the effects? What are the potential hazards? What should we be telling people? And not just as the media, but what should the Department of Public Health be telling people? What should the water company be telling people? And so there was a scrambling at the beginning to just gather information to share. And I think that really sort of set the ball rolling for additional confusion and problems down the line.
That was the first thing that the chemical spill told us, is just how valuable it is. The second thing it taught us is that we have to be protective of that water. I mean, we have to be protective of that water, because so much of our state, so much of our businesses, our economy depends on it. It is not just people who care about the environment. They care about the environment because of its value to the people that live here.